Here, flex for the camera. Flex. Yo, how's it going? Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. This is probably the best thing here. All right, let's see. Yo, AJ Vlad here. How's it going, brothers? King of uncomfortable. Man, this is why I need a script, because I don't know what to say. I don't know. I guess what I wanted to do was something a little bit more off the cuff today, just kind of talk to you one-on-one, and yeah, let's see where it all goes. Yeah. Yo, so is this what you do? You just let the camera run and talk your knowledge, all the stuff that you are bestowed inside your head, and speak truth right into the camera. Right here. Authenticity. Raw, real, relevant, and sometimes results. So, who am I? AJ Vlad. I am a 44-year-old guy that has went through the fucking ringer over the last 15 years. But with that being said, over the last 3 years, I've been working on myself. You know, quite intensely actually. Bring it down a bit. There we go, it's a little bit better. So I created this channel to basically get my message out there, which is helping men 40 plus become the best versions of themselves. And how do they do that? How do they achieve that? I think that the very best way is through your mindset, through your macros, like the food that you eat, the motion that you do on a daily level, and muscles, like how much you're lifting and, you know, creating lean muscle mass and that kind of a thing. So what inspired me to do this? Well, a few years ago, I was owner of a couple HVAC businesses, and doing that industry and just owning a business like that with a lot of moving parts was very draining on my health and on my family. So my health, you know, was pretty bad. Like, let's just say 330 pounds, you know, type 2 diabetes, progressing towards type 1, you know, on medication. So I was taking a couple medications a few years ago, like metformin for the type 2 diabetes, and another one called Nexium for heartburn. I constantly had heartburn, and I was miserable, like literally miserable every single day. To all the employees that worked with me, it was a very difficult person to deal with, and yeah, just scattered, you know, without going into mega details. Over time I'll explain more about what happened, but yeah, my life was a fucking wreck. And so 3 years ago, I decided at 330 pounds, you know, high A1C, which is the, you know, diabetes, decided that's it. You know, I was feeling shit, like my feet were tingling all the time. I felt like I was getting weird eye sensitivities, and just had no energy whatsoever. And, you know, the doctor, of course, was saying things like, you know, stroke risk, heart attack risk, you know, amputee risk. That's a scary one, believe it or not. And, well, I mean, yeah, imagine your feet getting cut off, or your hands or your fingers. Fucking horrible. And then, you know, going blind. You know, imagine not being able to see anymore. So, like, I was in rough shape. The way it was explained to me is that my blood sugar was so high that I was pretty much drunk. And that if I was driving my truck or my vehicle or whatever, and I got into an accident, that I was liability to be, you know, caught as impaired because of the level of my blood sugar. And chances are, if I got into an accident and they saw how big I was and how out of shape I was, they probably would have tested my blood sugar, and that would have been on me. So just a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, I just thought I was going to die, or just have a stroke and be a fucking vegetable in a chair. Anyway, not something that I wanted. So 3 years ago, I decided that's it, that's enough. And I started small. So I joined a gym in the area that I lived in at the time and just walked on a treadmill. Literally went there 3-4 days a week and did 30 minutes, 45 minutes treadmill walking, just to get started. I just wasn't in a position to lift weights or do any kind of intensity whatsoever. Then the next thing was just basically eating. Was eating junk food every single day. Or every other day, fast food, pizza, burgers, whatever fast food restaurant was around, even like rat places, Subway, things like that. Things that I thought were, healthy, but weren't. And, just slowly started eliminating those. Changing the coffee that I was drinking. Coffee was a big thing for me. I drank like 4 or 5 cups a day, sometimes 2-3 espressos a day, and that just made me feel like shit too. Maybe I felt good for 5 minutes at a time, but always was in a rough spot. All right, let's just say I was in a rough spot in my life, and it needed to change. Needless to say, and It started with a support system. I found a group that kind of helped me out a little bit, and started going to the gym, and then slowly started changing the nutrition. But it took a long time, right? And basically, it took 3 years to get from that point where I was at, and maybe I could show you a picture of that, to where I'm at today. And I still got a ton of work to do. Like I'm not where I want to be by any means. Like, let's just say summer of 2024. We're 2024, right?
We're 2025.
Fuck, see? I don't even know. I'm like losing track of time. So summer of 2025, I'm not going to be the guy that's comfortable going to the beach and taking my shirt off by any means. And so I think, how long I neglected myself, it's going to still take an adequate amount of time to get to where I want to go, possibly another 1 to 2 years. But hey, I figured out a bunch of things, right? And what I want to do is I want to share those things with you because they're powerful. Because the things that I stacked, the wins that I stacked, I was able to hold on and maintain. Because what good are gains if you can't hold on to them? What good is health if you can't hold on to it? I want to show you what those things are. And what took me 3 years, I think can get you on track within 90 days. Like, I wasted a year just basically walking on a treadmill without lifting or tuning in my nutrition, which was just pretty much a waste of time. I could have done a whole lot better. And with the information that I've learned and the system that I've developed, I think that it's something that if you adopt, that it's going to be great for you. Like, I could sit here and say, in 30 days and 60 days, you're going to be in the most amazing shape of your life, but I'd be fucking lying to you. Because to get results and sustainable results over the long term, it takes time to get there. There's no quick fix. It's no, 3 months and you're there, 4 months you're there, take some testosterone, take some steroids and you're there. We're not into that. We don't want to burn ourselves out. We've done enough of that. So, it's about taking it slow, incorporating the basics, using the next 90 days to set yourself up for success. Yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. Nothing's perfect. There's no perfect time to start. There's no perfect day to go. There's no perfect thing to do. Nothing is fucking perfect. It's just, you just got to go. Do it. Make a choice. Get a structure. And go. And I know I can help you with that. And so this is what I've done. I've designed and developed a community and an app that helps us with the accountability factor. So this is the thing. I suffered needlessly for many years, and it's something that you don't have to do if you don't want to. If you want to do something better with the other half of your life, why not do it with your health? Why not do it now? And one thing that was mentioned to me that everyone that's getting into this should be doing is forgiving themselves, because people, you know, blame themselves for too much, and as a result don't end up getting started with anything. So I want you to forgive yourself, motherfucker. If you're a motherfucker, of course. I want you to forgive yourself, man. I give you a hug, but I can't. It's through the camera. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, right now the next best step is to subscribe to this channel, like, and all that stuff, because we're going to get deep into these things. We're going to get deep into your mindset. We're going to get deep into the food that you're eating, your macros. We're going to get deep into movement and sex-related topics. And we're going to get deep into muscle, building muscle, keeping muscle, all shit muscle. So stay tuned, and I look forward to you in the next one. The next one will be a little bit more structured. This was just kind of, you know, mano a mano kind of deal between you and me and the person in the back here that's shouting out suggestions. Anyway, check you out in the next one.